Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys who are new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dash. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member. There's lots of perks, and also the Steve Cannon photo out there. We love. Apologies for the late video. It was a night inundated with many things, such as edifying myself into and other whales' good graces. Anyway, we've got a couple things to go over tonight, one of which is OMI, which has dropped in the rankings again, down from 136 down to number 142. We're down about 2.9% on the day. Been down consistently the last 2 weeks. Not really fun, but again, you can't just go up 80% without going down, but it seems like we've actually erased most of the gains that we've had over the last month. The last 24 hours, again, just do be looking like a penny stock, though. 658,000 in volume. Despite that, I did happen to have a whale go and get a little bit more today. He's up to 35 million OMI. Well, he does have more silver in order to go sell, which is great. He'll be able to hopefully get 50 million before the end of the year. If he can, great. If not, no big deal. Again, it gets a little bit more each week. Speaking of which, this app is quite addicting. There's a little bit of craziness going on. One of the things that we had yesterday... Oh, my troubles seem so far. Okay, here it is. As of yesterday, we had him go over. I know I said he bought a couple of the Mighties. He bought a couple more of the Mighties. So now there are 7. Me and him have a total of 7 of the Adam Warlock sub 100s, which is really cool. The sub 100s, though. So there's only 59 of those. We got 7, which is pretty nice. And then he had a bunch of others as well, spending like about $1,500 over the last 48 hours on a bunch of the Mighties, all sub 100s. There's other stuff that we're going to get, like he was asking about the Star Wars vehicles. There's been a lot of vehicles, and it's been very, very quickly that we've had these. It's over the past couple months. If you go and you take a look at the series, or not the series, the brand, the Star Wars vehicles collection, the first one, that was the TIE Fighter, which came out, I think, in May. If you go and take a look, these dropped in... Oh no, they actually dropped in September of last year. That's my mistake. I didn't think the TIE Fighter released that long ago. It was Luke's X-Wing, which came out in August of this year. So we had the TIE Fighter and the Scythe for a year now, and the rest of these has gone on. The X-Wing, you had the Aratech 74Z speeder bike, and then you've had the Darth Vader shuttle today. So we've had all of these recently, and then on Sunday, outside of the shuttle, we also have the AT-ST, which I think only the AT can be close behind that. But today's drop didn't do so hot. So if you go and you take 3410, you subtract 2729, so 3410 minus 2729, only 681 of these had sold times 60, so only $40,000 today over the last 12 hours. So it's really not a ton. Obviously this drop had made some money. You want to see revenue going toward Veve, which is great. But I feel like we kind of got too much too quickly here. And now there might be a reason. Maybe the reason is a certain airdrop that we might get. Oh, if you have all the vehicles in all five of these sets from last year to this year, then maybe get an airdrop. But again, we've had a lot of Star Wars vehicles drop very, very recently. I don't know if it's to try to cash in on the Ahsoka hype, which has been very, very good. I really do hope we get Ahsoka. I really do hope we get, I don't know, anything. I just hope that we get something from them. We already have the lightsabers, which is great. If we get her, that would be even better. Because we don't yet have the people that don't have lightsabers, and we're supposed to give them lightsabers. Like, we have Yoda's lightsaber, we don't have Yoda. Cryptoid is about to have Yoda, more on them in a second. We have Kylo Ren's lightsaber, we have Mace Windu's lightsaber, we don't have those collectibles. Skywalker lightsaber, we have Luke Skywalker, but he's a Jedi Knight. It's from Return of the Jedi. He's got the green lightsaber. We don't have him as a young Padawan. We don't have Anakin as a young Padawan. And then what was the other one that we had? Oh yeah, and then Ahsoka. So it'd be nice to get her as well, whether it's young Ahsoka, older Ahsoka with Rosario Dawson. I'd be fine with that. But I do believe there is a reason we're dropping so much of this. I'm not 100% sure what it is yet. I guess I will get to Cryptoys real quick. So for Cryptoys, they are going and doing a 2-for-1 sale now, where if you go and you buy a Star Wars Cryptoys blind box, you get a free one. There were a couple of people that were pretty salty about this, and I can kind of understand why, even though I don't agree with them. They were salty because, oh, hey, I bought 10 of these Cryptoys boxes and I didn't get anything. Now, suddenly you're going and saying, hey, anyone that buys anything will get a free one. Where's my freebie? Can you give me a refund on half of these or a refund on all of them? I'll buy 10 more now. Can you airdrop? Like, and again, I like Will. I like the Cryptoys project. I like that they're trying to base themselves off of the Veve platform with the walled garden, everything that they're doing. I think is, as long as they're trying to emulate Veve, I think they'll do fairly well. And in order for them to do fairly well, in order for another crypto project to survive here, another NFT project to go and I'm not even talking about being the next Veve. You're not. Nobody's gonna be the next Veve. I'm just talking about surviving. And clearly, it doesn't matter if you have the best IP. It's a bear market is a rough time for everyone. And if the company you're investing money with is going to survive, you should really be thankful that they're going and saying, hey, we're going to do something that is going to drive more traffic and more revenues to the company's bottom line. Good, you need that. And I didn't get anything from Cryptoys. Even if I had bought 10, 50, 100 boxes of Cryptoys, recently, and now they're saying, oh, hey, now if you buy one, you get one for free. I would not be mad. I'm not going to be salty that I bought this now, and oh, if I'd only waited. It's like, have you guys been adulting for like any part of your life? Oh, you buy a TV. It goes on sale 2 weeks later. Oh, if only I had waited, I would have bought. Do I go to Best Buy and be like, hey, this isn't fair? What gives? I bought this TV last week. Now you give me the 50% off that you're giving these guys. No, like I feel like the entitlement across this entire industry is ludicrous. Like, oh, other people are getting something. That means I want something too. It's just luck. That's just the luck of the draw. That's being in life. That's being an adult. I think that this is a good thing for Cryptoys. They're incentivizing people that have either already bought or haven't bought yet to go and buy more. If you go and they buy more, it's more revenue to their bottom line. It's more things that they can do in their war chest, whether it's paying off debt, whether it's going and doing more advertising. You want to see this survive. So everyone that is invested in Cryptoys, or even that's not invested in Cryptoys but just really likes the space, should be super happy that Cryptoys is doing this type of thing in order to get more revenue. So again, that's kind of just my opinion. A little jaded to some of the people that just kind of asking for something for nothing. But again, just my thing. So 2 years ago today, we had Ivan Loza over on Instagram, I think, saying, will you allow us to, and he's talking to Ron English, saying, will you allow us to transfer your serial killers from Veve into OpenSea? And this was commented on 15 September 2021. And Ron English says, yes, they are working on that. So it's been 2 years. Where do that be? I don't know. Does Veve want to go and say, hey, we want all, if we're going to be interoperable, we want all these interoperable at the same time? Did something happen where OpenSea is just like, hey, we can no longer guarantee the royalty fee? That's also possible. Things change. It's not anything that's exclusive to Veve. I mean, obviously Veve is inside everything that is, Web3 or Web 2.5 as some call it. But it just goes to show you things change. People want this to happen. Veve wants that to happen more than anyone. But if other companies can't guarantee royalty fees, if they want to have things uniform, again, balancing all of these IPs at the same time, two tigers can't walk the same mountain. It's very hard to have a bunch of different masters. Not that Veve has a bunch of different masters. I think the closest ones to them are probably Marvel and Disney. And again, now that they're masters, I feel like Vivi's the one doing the masterminding. Vivi's the one going and walking everyone through these, through just what it's like into Web3. So I got a very cool level. I'm at level 50. Is it the coolest level? No. Level 69 I think is the coolest level, but level 50 I thought was really cool. Pats on the back for me for that one. So Okomi had tweeted today, reward tier update, log onto OMI web wallet to see the number of Veve official master collector points you're earning on your deposit, where it would go and it would say, oh, you're earning 528 points the last 24 hours. I think that's just an example because I logged into the web wallet and it didn't show me anything. So comment down below if you're able to see that. I don't know if it's something up with my phone, if something needs an update, but I cannot see that. Also, I think that's definitely wrong. I'm definitely getting about 600 points-ish a day, give or take. Just from the OMI staking, that is. So this just in, Vivi has retweeted Michael Vanderlist saying, "Is a book a collectible? You bet. Though no Marvel or DC, this Little Prince is one of my most precious digital collectibles on Vivi." And he's going in just showing off the AR aspects of it. Thought that was pretty cool. And Vivi had gone on and retweeted that saying, "A priceless piece that has impacted the globe, and to think you can still get it at mint." And whether you thoroughly enjoy Little Prince and he was a part of your childhood growing up and your formative years, or if you never heard of him, you're just like, I don't know what this is, I don't like this stuff. You have that whale, Mr. 41.eth, that not only spent $2,000 on the 1943, the year that he came out, but also has 200 other ones on top of that. I mean that this person has, oh God, that's so much. So whales are stacking. And I know the crowd that is here right now might be a little too school for cool, but they are. I feel like a lot of people are underappreciating a lot of different things, and I guess if we're doing underrated right now, obviously Little Prince. When you have somebody as smart and as successful as Mr. 41.eth has 201 of those, it's probably a good idea to get one. Not financial advice. I'm just reading the terrain here, trying to read the writing on the wall. And let's go over some of Chavez's purchases, shall we? Well, this one isn't that great. It's Cassie Lang in the Marvel Mighties. I paid $8.92 for a number 456. Oh, you can't see that. That's really bright. For a number 456, it was just cool. I have a Namor 456. I don't know if that's going to be a thing now. I did spend 26 doll hairs on a Simba. That is just why Simba is a first appearance, animated, has sound, is going under retail at like under $30. I don't care what the price was at retail. It's under $30. That is lunacy. That Miss Minutes, which I get is a secret rare, and you only need one of her to complete the set, and there's a lot less mints of her. When she, which I have one, I have a Miss Minutes. I think she's great. But when she is higher than Simba, Miss Minutes is a brand new character that came out a year ago. 2 years ago, maybe. When you take a look at Simba, which has 30 years of history and is just beloved, like before the Simba is my generation's Frozen. Everyone was singing Hakuna Matata. Everyone was saying, I can't wait to be king. I personally like Be Prepared. That one scene that I'm not even talking about that. There's so much history with that. There's so much love with that. That is stupid that it's less than the price of Miss Minutes. I'm just throwing that out there. Of these Marvel characters, when you had Adam Warlock, which had a floor of 22, and the price was $50 for a sub 100, I just that's silly. You have a couple of Marvel Mighties that I get it. If they were just these cute little things and they weren't the first appearances, I'd be like, oh, whatever, they're cute. They're fun to play with, but they're cute. I'd be like, who cares what the price is? But these are first appearances of Avengers, like, and you could get them for like $5. This is you can literally get Wasp for like $5. You can get a couple of those guys for $5. It's stupid. It's lunacy. Anywho, moving on. In the physical world, we had a couple of different things go on yesterday, and this is just how much people pay for items that are super, super rare and super, super scarce. We had a Trophy Pikachu, a first place on the second tournament, at a PSA 6. This is nowhere near mint. It is nowhere near anywhere close to a mint card. Sold for 132,000 doll hairs. And then we have my card that I had bought for 80,000. People told me I was insane. People told me I was dumb. People that supposedly loved me didn't talk to me for a while. And, I wound up selling it less than a year later for $279. The Pokemon market is also taking a hit, but the Trophy Kangaskhan is what I'm talking about. PSA 10, there's 12 of these in the world, $144,000. And obviously that's with the buyer's premium, so obviously this is Pokemon has also taken a hit. This is not just digital collectibles. This is physical stuff as well that has seen what happens in bear markets. But at the same time, that's still a really big number, $144,000 to go for one card. And again, it's one of 12. I happen to think that the person, Bizoj Man, who bought a 1 of 7 Aston Martin for like $10,000, he's probably going to do really well on that in the future. I mean, we already have a No Time to Die ticket. We know someone that bought that for $64,000. So you have people willing to pay tens of thousands for really, really niche, pretty much one of a kind items. Now, obviously, that is 1 of 7, super scarce. Aston Martin's a high-end brand. So it makes sense that you have things that like Miles Morales. There's 250 of them, which really means 160 of them. Makes sense that he's 5 figures. You have the Secret Rare Spider-Man. I know there's about 900 of them. Maybe like 800-ish, because Dr. Prophet has a bunch. There's a bunch that are in locked up accounts. So let's say there's 800-ish of those. Now that's the Spider-Man that you want to get. He'll no doubt be 5 figures again in the future. He'll probably be 6 figures in the future. So there's a lot of these things that I feel like people are really undervaluing. People are letting certain things go for stupid prices. But again, just my opinion. Also, I took a look at some of the Marvel Mighties. Currently, there are 3,658 of the sub 100. So you take all of them. Now, obviously, every single one of them have 59 sub 100s. With the exception of Red Skull, I think there's 2 Red Skulls that you have a number 39 and number 40. But all of them, except for Red Skull, goes between number 41 and 99. So there are 3,658 sub 100s. 2%, if you had 73 of them, you'd have 2%. I have 86 of them, so I have a little more than 2% of the entire sub 100 supply. I think sub 100s are really good. It's not financial advice, this is just what I'm doing. Anyway, moving on. We have Brock Mcwain saying, if I ever did that, I'd do it differently. And that is in quotes. And says, good morning. And it looks like it says 9 more days. So maybe 8 more days by the time you guys are watching this. What is that? I don't know. And Reese is saying, the hype train is real. I'm guessing it has something to do with Feesh. I don't know. But totally go join the Feesh Cord. If you haven't minted a Feesh, link down below to mint one of those bad boys. Oh, and my newest whale that his birthday, you can see he joined on 10 April of 2023. And he's already a master collector. So how did he go and do this? How much did he have to spend? Well, he mostly has sub 100s. He's getting 792 points per day. So he only has 34 sets, only 7 comics, only 131 collectibles, and he's a master collector. Again, getting some complete sets, going and spending as much as he does, and going and getting a bunch of sub 100s really do help. It does help that algorithm. It does help get you more points. So shout out to my newest whale, who on the app is called Bidit. Shout out to him for going and becoming a master collector, finally. Oh, look at Veve over on the LinkedIn. Veve's sharing its own post. 2 weeks ago, Veve had said, we think Veve is a pretty cool place to work. Last week, we launched our Veve values, which are the core beliefs that have driven David Yu and Daniel Crothers to keep leading the charge for collectors everywhere. Collectors at heart, dream big, and stay grounded. If you love these as much as we do, come and join us. Check out our open roles below to help us in our mission to be where the world collects. Tech roles, collectibles, join us, values. And then last week they had gone on and reshared their post over on LinkedIn saying, the most passionate team I've ever worked with. Fun is guaranteed. So you have them really pushing, trying to like, hey, we're trying to network here. We're trying to get more people to work for us. They're growing at a very, very good rate. They're growing at a rate which I think they stay on top for forever. Like no one's going to catch them. They are, like I said, they've won the decade. I've been saying that for years now. Obviously that's held true. It'll hold true for the rest of this decade. Could something come up? Like could like The Rock? I feel like The Rock has been going on, and could The Rock come out and say like, hey, we're doing this collectibles app with WWE of all these WWE wrestlers? Yeah, that would be great. But again, it's only one IP. It's only one part. You'll get all the wrestler people going in there, but you're not really going to get anyone else going in there. So it's unless Rock becomes president, which he may or may not run for. I don't know. I asked him something like that, not too long ago, and he didn't say no. Anyway, moving on. So we have somebody post on Facebook saying, so yesterday I watched a video that Superstar Money made saying that the digital comics are facsimiles. Today I watched a video which seems like a response to Superstar Buy My Collectibles saying that they aren't. I tagged them both and they pretty much just said hi to each other. I was like, what? I personally do not think they are facsimiles. I believe they have big plans for their comics. Yeah, agreed. And they seem to not have beef in there. They just said hi to each other. There's plans for those. I mean, the plans are just obviously going and having in the showroom to start, and you'll be able to do more than that. Not in the showroom, in the home area, in the home space in Viviverse to start, and again, more beyond that. Also, Vivi goes and posts congrats to this week's social sweepstakes winners on TikTok. Lipe23, Pyron, and Meta V John. What do they win? I don't know. If they're here, comment down below. And then one last thing from Vivi. It is our new collector spotlight from Alex Kalix. Collector insight, quote, by far the best community-driven project in the NFT market, unique and foresighted in thinking, hashtag we're still early, end quote. Vivi birthday is 26 June 2021. First collectible is Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, and the most prized collectible is his Kang Ultra Rare number 100. Interesting. His most sentimental collectible is Spider-Man Jump Into Action. His favorite movie is Avengers Endgame. Very nice. And his drop wish list is just one thing. Pokemon. Not gonna lie, I feel you on that, buddy. Anyway, that's it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashie. Bye-bye, Dashie. Love you guys. Goodbye.